Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics edition number 7. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released April 3rd, 2013, beginning alphabetically with Age of Apocalypse number 14, Part 3 of Extermination, final issue. The multiverse is being consumed. No one is safe as our heroes split up to fight a war in two universes. Next we've got Age of Ultron number 4 of 10. The impossible has happened. The Earth has been taken over by Ultron. What few superhero survivors there are try desperately to stay alive. And it's Luke Cage who discovers the secret behind Ultron's victory over all of mankind. A secret that will have fans of Marvel Comics arguing for years to come. Next, we've got All New X-Men number 10. The Uncanny X-Men come to the Jean Grey School to recruit. Who will join Cyclops and his revolutionary crew? The answer will shock you. Mystique and Sabretooth continue to hatch their master plan, and it doesn't bode well for the All New X-Men. We've got Castle, The Calm Before the Storm, number 4 of 5. From beloved ABC show Castle comes the next adaptation of Richard Castle's Calm Before Storm. Will Storm be able to stop a potential World War III and get his vengeance? With assassins hot on their tail, Derek, Carl, and Clara must face off with the dreaded international assassin, the Fear. Next, we've got Dark Tower, the Gunslinger, Evil Ground, number 1 of 2. While traveling through the Destroya Mountains towards Illyria, Roland comes across a haunted camp. While there, he relives one of his past adventures in which he and his quartet fought Farson's forces only to be trapped by supernatural enemies. A fascinating prequel to the Little Sisters of Illyria, and also a return to Roland's much-loved early adventures, Evil Ground is a must-read for all Dark Tower fans. We've got Deadpool number 7. First, flashback to Deadpool's adventures in yesteryear with Iron Man. Then, Deadpool is hired by a demon to reclaim damned souls. Plus, Wade gets in touch with his feminine side. Next, we've got Indestructible Hulk number 6. Banner takes his lab to Jotunheim. Hulk vs. Frost Giants, guest starring Thor. We've got Iron Man Season 1 hardcover premiere edition, an all-new original graphic novel modernizing the formative first days of this superhero icon that defined pop culture. Billionaire weapons manufacturer Tony Stark lived a life of wealth and privilege. That all changed when an on-site visit to a war-torn nation went horribly wrong, leaving Tony gravely injured in the hands of dangerous extremists. One a former friend. When asked to build a weapon, Tony instead constructed a mechanized suit of armor and escaped. But the horrors he left behind are coming for retribution, and the only way to stop them is for the carefree playboy to become the Iron Man. Next, we've got Red She-Hulk number 64. Route 616 continues. Red She-Hulk goes deep undercover to find the secrets of the ancient order, the Shield. There's a new ruler in the worlds below. He may never let her leave. And we've got Superior Spider-Man number 7, Troubled Mind Part 1, An Avenger No More, with the public at large realizing this is no longer a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and in light of his actions in recent events, will the Avengers kick Spidey off the team? Plus the return of Cardiac, and a new development for a Spider-Man who hasn't been seen for some time, and by time, we mean centuries. The lead up to the Spider event of the summer starts here. Next, we've got Thanos Rising number 1 of 5. What comes after Marvel now? Whatever it is, it starts here. The vile face left movie audiences in shock after last summer's Marvel Studios' The Avengers movie, but who is this eerily disturbing villain? Thanos rises as the unrivaled rogue of wretchedness in this gripping tale of tragedy, deceit, and destiny. Where did the demigod of death and destruction come from, and, more importantly, what does he want? The answers come from the incredibly creative team of Jason Aaron and Simon Bianchi as they take you on a journey that will not only change the course of one boy's life, but will soon change the very nature of the Marvel Universe. We've got Ultimate Comics X-Men number 25, Natural Resources continues, Utopia thrives, but at what cost? Mach 2's Jungle Insurgency, Eyes in the Sky, Who's Watching the Mutants? We've got Venom number 33, It's Venom versus Toxin in the schoolyard, but have these two symbiote psychos created something far more evil in Philadelphia? Next, we've got Winter Soldier number 17. Writer Jason Latour and artist Nick Klein begin a third explosive chapter of the Winter Soldier's newest deadly mission. S.H.I.E.L.D. is crippled, the world's on its knees, and the only thing that stands in the way of the Electric Ghost's devastating master plan is Bucky Barnes. But how can Bucky act when the cost of winning this battle may just be the loss of his own future? Out in trades this week, we've got Avengers West Coast Avengers Omnibus Volume 1 hardcover, Earth's Mightiest Heroes Head West. Hawkeye splits from the Avengers and sets up shop in California, but the newly recruited members of the Avengers franchise, including Tigra, Wonder Man, Mockingbird, and a new Iron Man, soon find themselves in over their heads. Meanwhile, Ultron and the Grim Reaper target Wonder Man's brother, the Vision, and the Vision's wife, the Scarlet Witch. Can the West Coasters keep this complex bloodline from getting bloodier? Plus, both Avengers teams are betrayed from within, also guest starring The Thing, Hank Pym, Firebird, and Nick Fury. Collects West Coast Avengers number 1 through 4, Iron Man Annual number 7, Avengers 250, West Coast Avengers number 1 through 16, Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 1 and 2, Avengers Annuals 15, West Coast Avengers Annual number 1, and material from Avengers 239, 243, 244, and 246, and Avengers West Coast number 100. We've also got Fantastic Four Volume 1, New Departure, New Arrivals trade paperback. We've seen the future, and it'll be fantastic. When Reed and Sue decide the family need to relax, they take Ben, Johnny, and the kids on a year-long vacation through all of infinite time and space. And in the absence of Marvel's first family, a hand-picked substitute FF, Ant-Man, Medusa, She-Hulk, and the new Miss Thing stand ready to guard the Earth for the 4 minutes the Fantastic Four will be gone. What could possibly go wrong? Find out now as Reed Richards struggles to hide his true motivations. Someone starts having second thoughts. Already? A classic Fantastic Four supervillain takes aim at the new FF, and the Future Foundation reacts to their mentor's replacements. Next, we've got Iron Man Extremis hardcover as a prose novel. Iron Man was forged out of advanced technology, but now the same future tech threatens to doom Tony Stark. A dangerous terrorist has ingested a techno-organic virus called Extremis, transforming him into a superhuman killing machine. Now immensely powerful, but driven mad by the virus's effects, the Extremis creature seems unstoppable. To halt this madman's psychotic rampage, Iron Man must face the Extremis virus head-on, in a life-or-death battle that will drive Tony Stark closer than ever before to the thin line between man and machine. Experience Warren Ellis's blockbuster reimagining of the Armored Avenger like never before in this new adaptation. We've also got Iron Man Extremis trade paperback, new printing. It's the beginning of a new era for Iron Man. Renowned scribe Warren Ellis joins forces with acclaimed illustrator Adi Garnov to redefine the Armored Avengers world for the 21st century, a landscape of terrifying new technologies that threatens to overwhelm a fragile mankind. What is Extremis? Who has unleashed it? And what does its emergence portend for the world? And how will it change Iron Man's life forever? Collecting Iron Man 1 through 6 from 2005. Next, we've got Iron Man Volume 1, Believe hardcover, Premier Edition. Tony Stark is Iron Man, technological visionary, wealthy playboy, unparalleled engineer, and armored avenger. But now his greatest invention has just become his greatest mistake. The lethal technovirus Extremis is out in the wild. Tony's hunt for the rogue Extremis units takes him to New Camelot, where he clashes with the mech knights called the Circle and dogfights the Russian Black Exoskeleton Academy. To Columbia, where he battles old foes Vibro, Firebrand, and the Living Laser, and to the ancient catacombs of Paris, where absolute horror awaits, and Tony may have to betray an old friend. Introducing Iron Man's stealth armor, heavy-duty battlesuit, and space armor as Tony creates new suits to tackle new challenges. If he wants to save the world from his own deadly nanovirus, Iron Man must act fast, and Tony Stark must build faster. Collects Iron Man number 1 through 5 from the 2012 relaunch. And we've got more Iron Man with Marvel's Iron Man 3 Prelude trade paperback. The Marvel Cinematic Universe returns. Why is the U.S. government going after Iron Man? Which mysterious figure from Tony's past returns, and what lethal vendetta is he carrying? Featuring the origin of War Machine, with hammer drones attacking the Stark Expo and Tony's best friend under enemy control, how can Iron Man prevail? Then it's a new story leading directly into the upcoming Iron Man 3. What mysterious project has Tony Stark been developing since his alliance with S.H.I.E.L.D.? When Tony tasks Rhodey with a mission of his own, War Machine faces his biggest test as a hero, while Iron Man fights the Battle of New York alongside Earth's mightiest heroes. Collects Marvel's Iron Man 2 Adaptation 1 through 2, and Marvel's Iron Man 3 Prelude 1 through 2. Next, we've got Marvel Universe Iron Man Comic Reader number 2, collecting Marvel Adventures Iron Man 4, and material from Marvel Adventures Iron Man 3. Next, we've got Punisher Nightmare trade paperback. A Special Forces soldier is injured and his family is killed in the midst of a mob execution in Central Park, but this isn't Frank Castle. This time it's a young soldier named Jake Neiman, and the heartbreakingly familiar story puts Frank on the path of punishment. But as Jake heals from his wounds, Why is he growing strangely stronger? And who is the mysterious Johnny Nightmare? As the Punisher's road to vengeance grows ever more twisted, bullets fly, anarchy reigns, allies become enemies, the Punisher becomes the punished, and no one is safe. Collects Punisher Nightmare number 1 through 5. And last we've got Red She-Hulk Volume 1, Hell Hath No Fury trade paperback. The world's strongest female, Red She-Hulk, has a new mission, and she's dead set on a path of destruction. Her enemies? Every superpowered being in the Marvel Universe. Captain America has no choice but to hunt her down, but will the newly redesigned X-51 need to use lethal force against her? As Red She-Hulk battles the Avengers and is classified a national threat, X-51 makes a shocking discovery about the future of superhumans. Who or what is Echelon, and why could mankind be eradicated when the world computer crashes? Captain America must make a grave decision, and as Betty Ross loses what's most precious to her, Red She-Hulk reacts badly. A smashing new direction begins now as Marvel's heroes learn Betty has much more in common with Bruce Banner than the name Hulk. Collects Red She-Hulk number 58 to 62. Okay, so that's it for Marvel for this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week, with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.